from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Thursday, December 7th. So today we have the moon in Libra all day, and of course we're looking to achieve peace, harmony, and balance in all that we are doing, especially in our inner realm where our heart and our head are concerned. We are definitely having a major focus on our relationship dynamics. We want to keep things light and fluffy, but most times we only achieve that light, fluffy middle ground, that common ground, that balance, that peace, that harmony through experiencing the highs and lows, the extremes of our emotions. We do have 9 different aspects taking place here today. 7 of them will involve the moon. The moon will be interacting with Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, beliefs, abundance, and blessings, who is currently retrograde in Taurus energy. This particular interaction is a little bit intense because, of course, Libran energy, Taurus energy, ruled over by Venus. She's over there doing a deep dive in Scorpio energy, a lot of shadow work, triggering, activating a lot of emotions for us to really consider on what it is that we need to be doing moving forward, especially where relationships are concerned, making ourselves happy is concerned. We're really kind of sorting through the highs, the lows, the everything in between on what it is that we want to be pursuing in our lives. Again, really listening to our heart space. The moon interacting with Jupiter in this way is definitely going to magnify, turn the volume all the way up on where it is that we're not feeling balanced in our lives, especially in our inner realm. We know that we're building towards a major precipice, a major peak of change, but we're still not feeling quite prepared for it. We're kind of all over the place. We still feel like we're lacking a lot of information and details that we feel like we need in order to make an informed decision. There's a lot of growth going on inside of us, but for many of us, we're looking for that indication, that validation, that confirmation of change and growth and progression and improvement in our exterior realm. We may not be seeing it right now because we have a lot of work to do in our inner realm. Again, we're approaching the solstice point very quickly. And we are in this particular phase where we have a lot of processing to do to figure out the energy, the vibration, the version of self, the soul contracts, the timelines that we want to be working with moving into this next karmic chapter. The moon is then going to be interacting with Saturn, the Lord of Karma, ruling over roles, responsibilities, systems, structures, foundations, willpower, discipline. Of course, Saturn is in Pisces energy, so there is a lot of new belief systems that we're testing out. There is a new determination, a new willpower that we're trying to tap into. Lucky for us, this is a positive interaction, which means that we are achieving logical, practical balance within ourselves. We are seeing where it is that we have to get grounded, have to get rooted in this new position in order to understand what it is that we're moving away from and what it is that we want to be moving closer to. This is about understanding where we have to take a very low, very slow approach to building the new foundation, the new structure, the new habits, the new belief systems that, of course, will be supporting us in this next chapter. The moon will then sextile, beautiful interaction with Mars. Mars is the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desire, even our anger. He's in Sagittarius energy, so we're really building this new creative force energy within us, new inspirations, new motivations, new determinations in order for us to go after what it is that we want. Now, granted, Mars would kind of prefer a little bit more time and opportunity to take action and make some big moves according to the big ideas in which we're having. He hasn't been able to make as many moves as he would like because we're still not fully equipped or prepared in our inner realm to be the energy that we need to be in order to take action on the things that we know we have to take action upon. We're just not there yet. The moon interacting with Mars, though, this is a beautiful interaction for us to tap into a new creative force, a new inspiration. We are really building up new passions, new desires within us. We are realizing where it is that we are eager to take action and make moves, especially on the areas of life in which we're not feeling at peace. We're not feeling that sense of harmony, and we're definitely not feeling that sense of balance. This is a good indicator that we are building ourselves up in all of the right ways, and we're really kind of understanding what it is that we're eager to pursue. The moon will then interact with Uranus, the great awakener, who of course is retrograde in Taurus energy. Again, common rulership is Venus. This is our breakthrough energy. This is an aha moment. This is an epiphany. This is showing us a little bit of the path, of the plan, of the strategy that we need to be integrating and implementing in order to actually move forward. This is a major change in our mood, in our attitude, in our perspective, in our understanding, and it is going to provide us a little bit more balance, clarity than what it is that we have been working with. The moon will then sextile with the sun. The sun, of course, in Sagittarius energy, shining a bright light on where it is that we're standing in a new truth, standing in a new purpose, really discovering this brand new mission, where we're experimenting with this new version of self, where we're pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone to see what awaits us if we were just to get out of our own damn way. Anytime that the moon and the sun are coming together in any kind of aspect, there's an illumination, there's a new awareness, if you will, something from our unconscious selves, that programming, that conditioning, coming into an aha moment where we can see it, we can feel it, we can understand it, and we can go ahead and start working with it. What I love about this is, again, air energy from Libra, fire energy from Sag. We're cultivating a new passion, a new fire, a new flame, a new inspiration, new motivation. We are actually seeing where it is that we are breaking away from the old in order to kind of test out this new foreign territory. This is putting us in a very good mood, very good attitude, very good perspective to kind of dabble in what it is that we actually want to achieve, what we want to pursue, what we want to bring to life. The moon in Libra is then going to sit across from, directly oppose Chiron, the wounded healer, who is retrograde in Aries energy. This is going to show us an illumination on, yes, our growth, our healing, our progress, but equally where it is that some pain, some trauma, some wounds are still kind of alive and well. This is really kind of illuminating for us where the old identity isn't quite kind of let go of, gone, close the door upon, and where the new version of self isn't quite anchored in, where we're still kind of experimenting with this particular energy. Because we're going through this identity crisis / identity rebranding, there is a lot of different perspectives, different angles that we can be feeling here. And because the moon in Libra is kind of, indecisive, very much about seeing the division, we are going to see, again, where it is that we have healed and grown and repaired certain tough love life lessons, situations, and circumstances, but also where it is that we still need a little bit more time. We have a little bit more work to do on building ourselves up to who it is that we feel like we need to be in order to jump into these next karmic chapters. The sun in Sagittarius energy is then going to trine Chiron. This is such a beautiful interaction. I love this for all of us. First of all, a trine is indicating that there is a little bit of a change, a little bit of a transformation, a little bit of a glow up, a little bit of a grow up, but it's happening without a lot of energy and effort. It's just kind of easily flowing into this new state, this new idea, this new form. Because the sun is shining a light in Sagittarius energy, where we are kind of seeing a new truth, new mission, new purpose, new sense of self, and because Chiron, of course, the wounded healer, being aspected in a positive way, illuminates more of the healing side than it does the wounded side, we are starting to see new opportunities for our growth, for us to improve, for us to learn something new. This is really putting us in a new energy, especially where Sag energy is concerned. There's a lot of, I'm going to say, spontaneity that kind of comes out in us. We want to kind of dive into a new quest, a new adventure. We want to assert ourselves in the path and the direction that's going to kind of gain closer proximity to our goals. And we're really tapping into a new level of boldness, of bravery, of courage that, of course, we're going to need to kind of bust out of the old and really kind of pursue the new. We are, how am I going to say it? We're not really concerned about what is right and what is wrong more than we are about listening to what our heart space wants us to pursue versus what we're kind of afraid to dabble in. We aren't really standing in our egoic selves with this energy. We're really kind of standing in our higher selves. We're tapping into our intuition and we're understanding where it is that there is a huge path, a huge adventure, huge quest, just awaiting us to decide that we actually want to take it in order to actually progress ourselves forward. So this is where there could be a new mission downloaded to you, a new idea, a new inspiration downloaded to you. You could be standing in your new version of self with a new truth, with a new mission, with a new quest. We are definitely seeing a bump up to our mood and our attitude, and with that, a real good type of energy when it comes to our self-confidence. The moon is then going to interact with Saturn, though, and this is definitely where we get kind of taken back and taken down a couple of pegs. There's a little bit of a reality check that is needed, especially when that Sun and Sag energy kind of pushes us to the limits of our ideals and kind of detaches us from our present moment to think about the future. Mr. Saturn, he comes in, he brings us down a couple of pegs, he roots us back down into Earth, and he kind of tells us, now that's a great vision, that's a great quest, that's a great idea that you just conjured up. Now how are you going to get there? How are you going to build yourself a new habit, new routine, new schedule, new framework, new foundation, new system in order for you to implement what it is that you have already learned, what it is that you've already gained as far as knowledge and perspective goes? How are you going to put it into use, put it into action so that you can kind of get from where it is that you're at to where it is that you desire to be? So not that this is going to put us in a depressive funk, but we're definitely not riding as high as we were with that earlier interaction between the Sun and Chiron. And because of that, we have to take a logical and practical approach on how it is that we are going to move into this new chapter, with this new quest, on this new adventure, really dabbling in foreign territory. The last thing that we have going on here today is that Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, ruler of information communication and how it is that we express ourselves in Capricorn energy, will be trining, again, another beautiful interaction with Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, beliefs, abundance, blessings. He's retrograde in Taurus energy, trying to really pressurize our inner realm to grow up, to learn the lessons, to really raise our self-worth, raise our self-confidence, put us in a situation to really figure out what it is that we want to create, what we want to give birth to, what we want to bring to life, where it is that we want to kind of go out into the world, expand on some of the opportunities that we've been percolating on, and really seeing where it is that we can push the boundaries of our comfort zone. So what I love about this is that, first of all, we're logical and practical. We're rooted, we're grounded because of that Capricorn energy that Mercury is rooted in. We are also very optimistic, very confident. We have the best attitude possible because of Jupiter. So this is going to kind of give us a bigger, broader perspective, a more positive outlook, if you will, especially through some of the conversations, collaborations that may be taking place. There is a heightened sense of hopes, of wishes, of dreams. That's coming from the Jupiter energy. The big picture thinking is coming from the Jupiter energy, but we're logical and practical. We're not like imaginary land. We're not like so far off in fantasy land that we could never actually achieve these goals or bring this vision to life. We are structured in our thinking to see how it is that we could come up with the proper plan and strategy to bring some of these big picture visions to life. And so maybe you're in the right place at the right time, having the right kind of conversation with the right person who's going to help you build your dreams. Maybe you're in a conversation or an interaction where they say something that sparks a big vision and dream for you to have within yourself. Either way, there's a little bit of a glimmer of hope. There's a little bit of an extra oomph when it comes to some of the ideas, the projects that we're currently experiencing, wanting to achieve and bring to life. Either way, we're having some big ideas that we are able to kind of hone in on, zone in on as far as the smaller details go. And because of this earth energy, we're very grounded in our approach to bringing some of these big visions and dreams to life. So maybe you're going to have some good news kind of come into your realm. Maybe there's going to be a little bit of a manifestation, an anchor point, a confirmation, a validation point that you're on the right track with some of these ideas. Overall, this is a very positive energy, and we are going to be in a very good mood and a very good attitude to think very logically and practically about what it is that we do want to build, what we do want to bring to life, what we do want to create from here.